Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing good and taking really good care of your health. If you're new to my channel, well, hello to Quick Study series. This is a series which is based on my studies of florals and beautiful flowers that I have seen over the time in my phone galleries, sent by my supporters and my followers on Instagram, and also a big help to Pinterest for giving me such beautiful references. And today's illustration is also one of my studies from the photograph, and you know how the drill goes because this is the 14th study that we're doing today. So, yes, let's get into it. So, today, as you can see, I'm going to talk about the topic that I believe affects a lot of us, which is the pressure of being productive constantly. And I think this is something that I have been suffering from a really, really long time. Yes, I call it suffering because I actually do suffer from it. And it does affect me sometimes mentally to a point where I am questioning myself constantly and pressuring myself to do good even when I'm in really, really bad shape. And it so happened that I was suffering from food poisoning and I still had to sit and work, which isn't really something to brag about, which I am not, and I don't condone on doing that, but yes. So I think that is why I want to talk about today. And we often hear, these messages that encourage us, to work hard, be faster and be more productive, but why is there so much pressure to do so? Have you ever thought about it? And this is something that I've been reflecting on. So I think I want to explore around this topic. And yes, it is a serious topic, so I think looking at me illustrate a beautiful flower is going to be a little helpful. So yeah, let's firstly, I think there is a societal expectation that play a really, really significant role, which is, pressuring us to always be productive. And also, I think we live in such a social media world, which also adds a lot into it. And we live in a world that values success and achievement, the idea of working tirelessly and to achieve one's goal is often celebrated. And however, I think it's this mindset that can become really toxic really, really fast. And when it encourages people to, prioritize productivity over their well-being, like I said, I did that. And I'm trying to fight those feelings also. And this pressure for me specifically is not because of people around me. It is the pressure that I put on myself. So it's something that I need to work on within myself and not something related to the external factors. And I think everyone has their own factors that come into play, but this is something that I personally go through. So I think many people and many of us, are afraid of, being labeled as lazy or unproductive, and this fear that can lead to burnout and mental health issues. And like I was saying, social media also plays a really important role, in perpetuating this pressure to be productive because we're constantly seeing people updating their statuses, their stories, their reels, adding something or the other, whether it's about them traveling or getting a new thing or anything. And there is a path to lead that, right? And platforms like Instagram, Twitter are filled with posts that, showcase people's successes, accomplishments, but, often at the cost of their well-being. It's really easy to, compare yourself to others and feel like you're not doing good enough and not achieving as much as your peers. So there's this, constant bombardment of posts that lead to a feeling of inadequacy and anxiety. And I will not lie, I have been there. I have felt like that. In fact, there is one of this, is someone that I follow on my Instagram, and I really don't want to name anything or even give a hint of who that person is. But yes, this person will try to, post, this so-called, lecture-wise, post or things, and the same thing the person will be contradicting in his few other posts. Will be like, some posts will be like, you should live your life in a way chill way and this, and then the other post will be like, you gotta work hard, you gotta grind for it now and this. And it's really, really confusing, like what are you trying to say? And that person is actually a verified Instagram user and has a lot of following, but It's people like them that put a really wrong message and conflicting thoughts in other people's mind, because yes, there's a lot of young following which does add a lot of pressure looking at people like this. Because at the end of the day, yeah, these are the people that we're looking up to. And thirdly, there's also this rise of the economy that has also contributed to the pressure to be always productive. Because in today's world, honestly, many people that work multiple jobs, and this factor of 9 to 5 job has become really, really rare. Or also these side hustles to make their ends meet. So there's now concept of 9 to 5 stable job, and like I said, it's becoming rare, and people are often expected to constantly be working to meet their ends. And due to rising population, obviously good jobs are less, stable income is getting less, and obviously payments are also getting less, for which we are bound to find another job. And the same thing happens with me, and that is the sole reason. Like, also I love doing the work that I get to do outside my 9 to 5 job as well, but if I had the freedom to say no to it, I would. But of course I have to, because I have to live, I have to support myself, and I have to make my dreams come true. So yeah, this pressure to earn more money and take on more work can lead to this constant feeling of being on the go and never being able to take a break. In fact, very recently I just gone to Delhi. There was this book launch that I worked with, Sattvic Movement, and I think after a really long time, it was that 3 days that I enjoyed thoroughly, and I did not think about work after a really long time, and it felt so good. And I think we all do really need to realize that this constant pressure of working constantly is not healthy. And as I say this out loud and share these feelings that I have been going through, it makes me realize that yes, I do have come a really long way, because when I was in the same position last year, I was constantly working. In fact, to a point where I was burning myself out, and it was not really healthy for anyone, not for the people around me or for myself. And the same thing I would like to tell you guys, like, it's okay. Take a pause, take a break for yourself. It's okay. Everyone's living their own race, and you're not in comparison to them, neither are they to you. You get to choose your decision and take wise decisions. Please. I think this is really important. So I think the reason why there's so much pressure to be productive, I think this is a question that we all think about, and as we grow, we do think, like, is it even worth it? I think, it's actually a combination of this societal expectations, social media, and this economy that we are living in, that yes, we have to grind for it, because we are not born with this golden spoon in our mouths where we have the luxury of saying, hey, I'm not gonna work, I have my daddy's money. No, right? So it's really important to remember that productivity is not the all and end all of life. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to relax and enjoy life outside work. And it's really essential to, also prioritize your well-being and your mental health, because work is always going to be there, but the people around you, your friends, your family, and your health are not always going to be there. And it's not worth it at the cost of losing them or your health. Because if you don't have your family or friends to celebrate your work or accomplishments with you, it's not worth it. So personally speaking, for me, if you're okay with doing everything alone, well, kudos to you. But I love celebrating my accomplishments with the people I love. And I also love celebrating my sadness, because that's a learning curve in my life. And like I said, it's okay to take a step back from this constant pressure. And I think it's really important we shift our focus from productivity to self-care, and remember that our worth is not determined by our productivity levels. And I just want to end today's conversation and tell you guys a huge thank you for being so supportive. And Tapsy has come a really long way, and so have I. I crossed 3,000 subscribers. Followers on Instagram. I keep confusing subscribers and followers. So yes, 3,000 followers. Not a big number for everyone, but it's a huge number and a huge deal for me. And I did do a giveaway for my 3000 follower, and I will love to do that for my YouTube very soon as well. In fact, a bigger gift for sure. And I want to also reveal a lot of exciting things that I'm going to be doing, because I recently published two books. So one book was with Sattvic Movement, which I designed a cookbook for them where I did illustrations for them. And another book was Scholastic, which I will be revealing really soon. I will take you through the pages and actually talk about it. And I want to thank you guys again. And thank you for joining me today on this discussion about, pressure to be always productive. And please do leave your thoughts and comments below. And I look forward to seeing you all in my next conversation. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's quick study. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Take care.